Hi everyone, Danka Praktik here. When winter arrives, having a good heating is necessary for keeping your household comfortable and a nice place to be. But often this costs a significant amount of money and takes up a large portion of your budget. In this video, we'll focus on how to save on heating with a wood-burning stove, but many of these tips can be also applied to other means of heating. So stay tuned.
Danka Praktik.
If you're interested, watch our series of videos where we show you how to use a wood-burning stove, from starting a fire to cleaning it and using the stove for cooking. Link for the videos is in the card in the corner or in the description. Regulate the heating wisely. The first and most important tip for saving on heating is to use it wisely. This may demand some extra attention, but the savings are huge. For instance, if it turns out to be a sunny winter day and the temperature goes up, stop adding wood or any other fuel you're using. Rather, let the fire extinguish and start another fire later in the day or evening. Opposite to this, if it's a colder day, burn more wood in the morning to achieve the wanted temperature and then reduce or stop adding wood later in the day. Use the stove vents properly. The stove vents regulate the air circulation through the stove. More air means more fire and more burned firewood. When the fire is burning properly, don't forget to close the vent leading to the stovepipe and use only the vent under the ashtray. At least this is how it works with our stove. Otherwise, you'll be heating the chimney more than the room, and this is a major loss in heating. Mix firewood. If you're using only firewood, try mixing seasoned and raw firewood. This way, you'll get a normal fire opposed to a blazing one, or worse, one that's dying all the time. In that case, you'll either get a high temperature that you don't need, or it will be cold all the time inside the house. The best percentage of mixing is 50-50, depending on how seasoned or raw the wood is. Also, consider mixing other fuels if they are available, like coal, briquette, and other. We use corn cobs, for instance, which are a very good alternate fuel for heating. Pay attention to how you ventilate the house. How you ventilate the house has a huge role in heating savings. The shorter the house is opened, the less heat will go out. To achieve this, we recommend, from personal experience, to open all the doors and windows if possible and leave it like that for about 10 to 15 minutes. The strong draft will bring new and refreshing air into the house as soon as possible. After this, close everything up again and start the heating. Put on thicker curtains. Put thicker and longer curtains on the windows, especially if the windows are bigger. However good the windows are, they will emit cold into the room and lower the overall temperature. This means more heating and more firewood spent. Lay down carpets. If you have tiles, bare wooden floors, laminate flooring, or else, try laying down some carpets. As you'll see, just like with the window curtains, the room will be better insulated with carpets and it will be easier to heat up. Put insulators or rugs under the doors and windows. If the windows and doors in your house do not seal properly, you'll have a huge loss of heat over time. The draft will suck the heat out of the house over time. To prevent this, you can use rugs or insulator tubes like these and stop the draft. As you'll see, the heating will be significantly better. Wear proper clothing and footwear. Wearing some thicker socks, pullovers, wool socks, and else will keep you much warmer and you'll save on heating at the same time. Using slippers of some sort will also keep your feet warm. Heat the rooms that you need. Lots of people have bigger houses or apartments and they heat the whole place, although they don't even enter some of those rooms during the winter season. Consider regulating or completely closing the heating in the rooms you don't need. In case of a wood-burning stove, if the firewood is scarce, for instance, just heat the room you're using all the time and close the doors of the room. Insulate the house. The last tip is the most costly and complicated, but is perhaps the most effective of all. That is to insulate your house. We did it by changing all the windows on our house and the front door and partially doing the facade on the house. You would not believe the savings. Even on really cold days, we do not have to keep the fire going all the time or all night, which was the case before that. And even then, the house wasn't warm enough. Insulation is a long-term investment, but one that certainly pays off through using less firewood or other fuels. In the end, do not expect to save a large amount of money overnight using these tips. The savings amount over time, and as you'll see when you make an overview for a couple of years of heating expenses, you'll be staggered on how much money you can actually save. Saving on heating is a long-term game. You have to be vigilant and react on time. A dollar saved is a dollar earned. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.